Democratic Party has set up a 30-member National Reconciliation Committee. It is headed by Governor Seriaki Dixon of Bayelsa State and has Ambassador Umar Damagum as secretary. The national chairman of the PDP, Alhaji Bamanga Tukur, is to inaugurate the committee on Thursday. With just 7 days to Mali's general elections scheduled for the 28th of this month, the ECOWAS Commission says it is advancing 250 observers to Mali on observation mission. Ikechukwu Oha in this report previews the Mali election, its possibilities, fears and challenges of a successful polls in a crisis-ridden Republic of Mali.
The March 2012 coup in Mali by Captain Amadou Senago, which ousted President Amadou Toumani Touré from office just 5 days before the expiration of his second term, democratic transitions in the Republic of Mali had always been considered a success story since 1992 when it held its first multi-party election. The coup threw the little over 15 million populated country into more than 12 months of uprising, dividing her into southern and the rebel-controlled northern regions. Consequently, the general election, which was initially fixed for April 29th last year, was suspended indefinitely. However, with the intervention of French forces, the United Nations and the ECOWAS special operations in Mali, appreciable level of normalcy has been restored to the country, and next Sunday, 28th July, has been fixed for the general elections. 28 candidates, including 4 who previously served as prime ministers, are to contest the votes of 6.9 million potential voters in what political watchers see as a wide open race. On the possibility of a successful polls, especially with mixed reactions trailing the exercise, some saying that the election is ripe and will be the needed tonic to engender lasting peace in the country, while some skeptics say the time is not ripe, wanting more time to enable the dust settle down. The ECOWAS Commissioner for Political Affairs, Salamatu Husseini Suleiman, reacts to this.
I believe that Mali still has challenges, as has been pointed out by our heads of states and government. But it is still very, very beneficial for Mali to go ahead and hold its elections on the scheduled date of 28th July 2013. Having a transitional government is an aberration. The ideal situation for Mali to really come out of the situation that it is facing and to really enjoy respect and support of the international community is to have an elected, democratically elected government in place. And by having elections on the 28th of July, coming out with an elected president, it will put Mali in a position to continue to reintegrate, consolidate, and build itself and come out of the crisis that it has faced.
To further strengthen the ECOWAS resolve for a peaceful polls in Mali, election observation team made up of representatives of member states, ECOWAS Electoral Commission, ECOWAS Parliament, the civil society and the media is due in Mali early this week to observe the election, which bodies is put at $128 billion.
The good thing about it is that on the 9th of this month, the key antagonists or the key rebel groups that have been identified have agreed with the government and signed an agreement to hold these presidential elections on the 28th of July. And I think we should not miss that opportunity.
Political watchers have the opinion that a lot depends on how far the government of Mali, situated in Bamako, is able to reach a peaceful agreement with the northern-dominated Tuareg rebels. In Abuja, Ikechukwu Oha, NTA News 24.
And for more on the foreign scene, Egypt's ousted President Mohamed Morsi's family to take legal action for his adoption. These and more on Global Tidbits with Chidimma Ndubisi.
Egypt's deposed president's family said it will commence legal action against the military for abducting the country's first democratically elected president. Meanwhile, panel of experts have started work on rewriting the country's constitution. Reports from South African government say the 95-year-old former president Nelson Mandela is showing sustained improvement but remains in critical condition at the hospital. That's Global Tidbits. Chimdemma Ndubisi, NTA News.
Sports now. Nigeria is hopeful of a medal at the 2013 Deaf Olympic Games in Sofia, Bulgaria, and Phil Mickelson wins British Open. Kene Emagbodike has details on Sports Update.
Nigeria's Deaf Eagles are confident of winning at least a bronze medal in the football event of the 2013 Deaf Olympic Games, which gets underway on the 25th of July. Correspondent Ayodeji Makinde reports that the team, which is set to make their maiden appearance at the Games, is primed for success after missing out in the last edition due to financial constraints.
Being the African champion in West African game as well, with twice qualifying, I'm assuring Nigerians that we are going there to do our possible best to make sure that we make Nigerians proud in a very high standard.
The Deaf Eagles will kickstart their campaign in Group C against Ireland on July 25 before taking on Japan and Russia. Nigeria and Egypt are Africa's representatives in the 16-team football event, with Turkey as the defending champions. Meanwhile, host Sweden will face defending champions Germany in Wednesday's semi-finals of the ongoing Women Euro 2013 tournament after both won their quarter-finals in the weekend, with Sweden thrashing Iceland 4-0 and Germany narrowly defeating Italy 1-0. In golf, Phil Mickelson came from 5 strokes back to clinch his first Open title and 5th major at Millfield in London, becoming the 3rd consecutive player in his 40s to win the British Open after Ernie Els and Darren Clarke. With Sports Update, Kene Emagbodike, NTA News.
And just before we leave you, remember, violence does not do anybody any good. Say no to violence. Report any suspicious movement to security agencies. Stay alert. And that's nationwide for today. We thank you for being part of it. Join us at 7 and 9.